Yo, good morning. Right, welcome back to the channel if you are new to the channel. Right, so we've come back to the job where we're doing an extension, which I'll show you in a second. And me and Jack are getting on with the garden lights, and they're actually ground lights. So tell you what, I'm going to show you what they are, or what they will be. So they are going to be these little bad boys. So they're going to be sunk in. There's actually a sleeve on there, but they're going in amongst some porcelain slabs eventually. So I put a post on our Instagram, which I'll put the links in the description below, and I've had loads of people message me saying, how have you done that? How have you gotten around that? So I'm actually got another 3 to do. So I'm going to show you how I do it. But for those of you who haven't subscribed, like I say, I've got a very special 10k video that's actually due to go up, which are loads and loads of people have been asking me to do, and I've kind of been holding off, and that is something that's quite cool that's coming up. So yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the link in the corner and we shall get stuck into the video. We're around the back now, so this is the extension that the boys been working really hard on. So we've got Kean's laying a few bricks, making a bit of a, it's not very straight your wall, mate. Oh, what's going on? So what we've got here, there's going to be like a raised patio bit all the way down. So we've got lights that are like what I would have thought would have been brick lights, but they're actually not. They're actually like slips that go over the front, so they look like brick lights, but they're not traditional brick lights as such. So what we've also done, I'll show you this one. So you've actually got the paint bit ready now for, so these are all got massive 1200 porcelain slabs going in, so they're actually wanting some ground lights that are stuck in. So the way I've done that is created, so it's all armoured underneath under here, so we've created a void then for that, the collar to sit in, and that's how we've done it. So what we'll do, we'll go down the other end. So Lou has been, he's just bricking up that bit down there. So Shawnee, he's on a bit more brickwork, living the dream. So what we've done now, we're going to bring everything controlling it via wireless switching again, which is actually going to be, so it's a bit dark in here, it's going to be a light on the action. So we're going to put like wireless controls in here. So we've brought all the armoured in, which is actually down there for those bits. The board's already up here ready to go, which we've already done. So you might recognise this job because we've got the garden room there that we did last year. So the armoured's all coming down into these bits here, so all this ground's got to be made up, yet still to come. And this leg that's coming out here, we're going to have one light there, one light there, and one light there. So that is the plan. So what I do is, oh, not just me and Jack. So I make these. So I effectively, tell you what, let's see if I can pop you down somewhere on there. So that's a bit better. So effectively that is just your normal drainage pipe, okay? So use a bit of the old Bundy special, a bit of Copex on there, drill her through on the 20mm, which is like that, and then that way I've got my armoured coming in and out into a Whisker 308, and then I completely gel them. Now some people might go, oh, that's not appropriate, it's not appropriate. Well, I actually rang Whisker UK up because I was under the impression that it's fine, but I just wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth. So I've rang Whisker UK and that's all okay to be, once it's completely gelled, yeah, alright, I can't get back to those without lifting up a slab or anything, which, okay, there's no other way of doing this that I can think of, because there's no, I don't want loads of whisker boxes on the wall on show, because it's a really low profile. Those slabs are going to go straight across the wall, and then there's a glass balustrade all the way across the front. So that is the only way I can think of to make that happen. So the key part of all this is to make sure that you've tested everything. So we've thoroughly tested all those legs now, so we know they're absolutely perfect. We haven't got any worries about that. Before it's all gelled, and it's tested after as well. It's been buried with the obviously the hardcore. So yeah, so that's the key. So what I'll do, we'll set you up on time lapse, okay, and then we'll crack on a little bit, and then I'll jump in once we've made them all off and show you what I mean. So hopefully it makes sense. Today's video is sponsored by Tradeify. For those of you who don't know what Tradeify is, it's a job management software. We run our entire company through it. We do all our invoicing, quoting, scheduler, literally the lot. It saves me so much time, it's ridiculous, to be honest. I mean, we're getting quotes smashed out, apps, like, believe me, stupidly quick. And also, if we're on a job and things are changing, you can go to your van, sit on your phone or your iPad, alter the job as it's there and happening. It can be authorised and accepted by the customer, so everyone's singing off the same hymn sheet. So yeah, so for those of you who don't know, like I say, underneath in the description, the link's there, but you get a 14-day free trial, no obligation whatsoever, and then if you do like it, which I'm pretty sure you will, if you use the promo code GHAWK50, you'll get 50% off for the first 3 months, so go and check it out. Right, I just thought I'd bring you in for a bit of a closer look. It is supposed to be the windiest day of the year. The red, yeah, Steve's on top of the steps, look. Why wouldn't you be? So the wind is picking up a little bit, so hopefully it's not affected too much. So I just wanted to bring you in for a bit of a closer look. So that essentially is the last of this leg anyway, so we've all terminated that in there. And then some people might say, why have we not used the Copex all the way through? But I don't want any more water travelling in, so I put the Copex on to protect the cable a little bit, and then obviously that's going to sit essentially like so, but just at this wall point here, and then we're going to gel all the inside, but we're using the earth bars to continue the earth path all the way through. and then we'll test it all and then fill it all up with the old magic gel. And then Jack's just asked me how we're going about switching it all. So what we're going to do in there, we're going to use the kinetic switch in and then actually switch them from the inside of the house. I think that's probably going to be the best bet. I mean, you can use the Wi-Fi versions because the client likes to have everything via his phone, but I still want to have a switching point, so that's what we're up to. So like I say, I'll let Jack just crack on with these, and then I'll catch up with you once we're all terminated and we're ready for testing. Right, so we're actually in the garage. It's really windy outside, so hopefully you can still hear me. If not, I'll have to voice over. I'd rather not do that because but Jack, it's mental outside, isn't it? Yeah. We were sort of mocking it earlier. I'm going, oh, it's fine. I don't know what everyone's going on about, but it is ridiculously windy. So Jack's terminated all those in there. So what we're going to do now, we've just rattled through the testing quickly, but I'm just going to, because of the weather, I'm going to show you the process, what we've done. So we've made these tags for the future because obviously when I come back to do the second fix, they're not staying on there, but it just makes life a bit quicker. So the one we're doing down there now is the lights that we've been working on. So we've linked it out, doing an R1, R2 down there, but also we've done it and we've tested out for the neutral as well, because I want to make sure that every single, just watch that door, Jack doesn't swing, you got it. We've got to make sure that every joint is all connected properly. So what we've done is we've gone through, okay, so it's all terminated in there, and then the gist of it is we've gone down, we've tested each light right down to the last one, or cabling, to make sure that everything is absolutely bang on. So the next stage for us is just doing the insulation resistance test. So we'll cut these ends off now because we don't need those on for when we're doing that, and then we can gel it. So if you just nip all those off, Jack, those ends, and then do your IR testing, and then I will jump back inside. If you want to do that IR, mate, I'll just explain about the gel. So also the rain's coming in now, which is fantastic. So right, the gel, let's come over here. So the gel is actually a very simple bit of kit to use, okay? So if you do the IR tests, Jack, on there, so 500 on there. So the gel comes in two parts, okay? So if you've never used this, so you've almost got like an activator, and so whatever you mix, and you comes with it your mixing jug. On this one I've actually been given a free IP68 joint kit, thank you very much, and a little spoon to stir around. So essentially, it doesn't come with some gloves, but I always keep gloves on in the van because I don't really want all this all over my hands. So the gist of it is, so if you put half of that in, so 0.25 in there, you need to match another 0.25 of the clear, okay? So whatever you put, it's all good, Jack, yeah? So whatever you put in of as much of this one, you need to match it up with this one. Give it a stir, whack it in, seal it up, jobs are good. And so once it's completely gone off, it takes between, depending on the temperature, it's a bit cold at the minute, so yesterday it took about 20 minutes for it to cure, but once that's in, completely and utterly waterproof, ready to go, you don't have to do anything else to it, nothing else clever. Now if for some reason you had another one of these, I'd use that for loads and loads of garden stuff like that, because it's the only real way of doing it, I think. Although the whisker boxes are classed as IP68, I think they are, nothing beats having the gel in there as well. It was a bit of a backup and a bit of a booster. So what we'll do, we'll mix that up, and I'll try and film it, but like I say, it is horrific outside. So we'll get all that sorted, mix it all up, stick the boxes on, and jobs are good. And so wish us luck. We're going to show you one, we're going to fill one up because it is really gross out there. So roughly speaking, one of these beakers will probably do those 3 out there, those joints. So I'll probably have a little bit spare, I'd say. This is when Sparkies become scientists. So I'm going to put it in 0.25. Okay. Put the lid back on. And then this one, just fill that up to the line as well. So I think it's ½ a litre, I think it is. Which is there. Hi, VJ. Alright, sorry about that. We just obviously just need to mix it through, making sure it's all nice and mixed, and there's not, you know, it's not rocket science, let's face it, you're just stirring a spoon. So we'll go outside now, and like I say, the wind noise, just keep it filming, Jack. The wind noise might be a bit mental, but we'll try our best. So you've got to make sure that all your terminals are actually underneath as well. Oh, it's hammering it down now. So making sure that's completely full. And then whack the lid on. And then because I'm going to keep them in this position, because I'm keeping them in that position now, it will set flat. Ideally, like you say, you can do another way and you drill a hole in the top and completely fill the box. But I've got no way of standing that up right now, so you can get bungs for it, I think, but I obviously just haven't got those. So what I'll do is I'll get Jack to go back in there and cut the camera off as such, because I've got these to do and it's gross. So hopefully you've heard that, but you get the gist of it. So we'll catch up with you in a second.